Hey guys, Kevin here to bring you a new video today, where I want to talk about a game that I've had quite some history with. As you can see from the pop figures that are right there, actually, um, I want to talk about Overwatch. I don't know if you can really see those, but I want to talk about my thoughts on Overwatch, a game that I recently sold, unfortunately, because I was getting really frustrated with it and just didn't want to feel obligated to play it anymore, I guess. It was just, I saw it as the best way to get away from it. That is a controversial decision because I know I could have easily just, not played the game, but I felt like I was so done with the game that I just was like, I need to get rid of this. But the thing is, I may consider getting it back, and I will explain why. But first, let me talk about what I've had the history of it with, the history I've had with it. So, when it comes to playing alone, I have had a good amount of fun with it online, doing arcade game modes. I don't really like quick play that much on Overwatch, to be honest. Just feels like I don't like how it's like no set game mode, and it's just kind of random. But that can still be fun, of course, because sometimes you will get like the random game mode here and there, which is fine. There's no issue with that. It's still good, but like, what is it? Like I like a lot of the arcade modes, like 3v3 elimination and 1v1 mystery duel or limited duel, which is game modes that people don't like for some reason, which does seem a bit odd to me because like those I found to be like one of the best, and also like mystery heroes, also one that people didn't like. I found that to be fun just because of like the mix up of like different heroes you could try out, and get good with all the heroes. And like if you were good enough with one hero, you would have enough for your ultimate move, which was like really cool. But like, like I did kind of forge a bond with the game, in part due to the fact that I enjoyed certain characters and really like gained a love for them, like the pop figures that I have there. So if you take a look at the pop figures I have, you can see I got Doomfist, May, Sombra, and Mercy behind that. Behind that. Yeah, behind that. So yeah, so like those are all characters that I've like gained a liking for over the years, and you would think like, oh, you got rid of the game. Why do you still have those figures? Like, what the heck are you doing? Uh, that's my thing. I'm kind of conflicted because I do have a long history with this game and the characters in it and some of the enjoyment that I found out of it. But unfortunately, I've had also a bad history with it as well, that I will get into. But yeah, I liked 3v3s. 3v3s I always enjoyed, even though like sometimes did get really intense and sweaty, and just like sometimes like players were just so good that it was just like frustrating, and that could get to me. That was also one of the things that got to me. But 3v3s I really enjoyed, and I really enjoyed 4v4s with my friends, for team deathmatch. I don't really enjoy it alone. I don't know, but like I enjoy like working together with friends. If it's like a 4v4 team deathmatch, and you can just like work together and do well together. I find that to be cool. But like, but yeah, like that's what I liked about the game. But like, the game just really frustrated me a lot, and it really got to me to the point where when I try to think about like the good in the game, I can't seem to like see past like all the things that annoyed me about the game. So for one thing, the game has been around for 3 years now, and at this point, it seems like to me when I last played it, it felt like everybody who was playing it, including my friends, were just like really skilled at it, and like in order to match up to be as good as them, I had to like really be skilled, like and keep up with my skills, and like that's just something where it's like I have to I can't just casually play like here and there and just be like, yeah, I'll do good. No, you have to stay like laser focused and really like commit to being good at the game if you want to like stand a chance against literally anybody. Never mind like competitive league. Competitive league is a whole nother beast because players on that are downright insane, and that's just like even more ridiculous. But even like regular online arcade is pretty hard at times. Not It's not always hard, but it can be really hard to work with. And like sometimes you just go on those losing streaks where it's like it seems like every player you're facing is just better than you, and like you feel like you just suck at the game. And I'm not saying that like just because you're not good at a game doesn't mean you should like own it, but like when you're not doing well and it's like really getting to you, then it can be really hard to like see the light at the tunnel at the end of the tunnel that oh, I still do have fun moments with this game. Maybe it's not all just like frustration and whatnot. And like and when something like really cheap happens, like there's a lot of cheap things that can happen in that game also that like really frustrate you to the point where you're like I'm sure anyone could relate to this. Like there are many things that can happen in that game. You're just like, why? Like why did that happen? How come I didn't get the game winning kill? How come it was stolen from me? How come I was ahead by 4 points and this person came back? Or so many different like scenarios where like a lot of people, including me, would just want to like shut off their Xbox, and like that comes to the breaking point of does that make you want to give away the game, or does that make you just mad for a little while? Like obviously it can definitely make you mad for a little while. So you have to like question like how much does that get to you? Like if you're really annoyed at the game to the point where you had to shut off your Xbox, like you almost wonder like should I even own this game anymore? Like cuz that was my thought process cuz like I got so annoyed with the game that I just didn't feel like it was necessary to own it. But that's just me. And like with my friends, like my friends are like very competitive when it comes to like um, a game like Overwatch, especially if we're like competing against each other, and like it would get like really salty sometimes. Like if one of us was losing, or like if I was losing, or I don't know, like just if different things were happening between us, and then like it would just make the game not fun in my opinion. Like if we were all like salty at each other, and like I just didn't like that. I thought it was just a very like toxic environment where like I feel like it would be better if we could just like not like be so like at each other's throats, like but like that was just like my thing on that. And like I was saying before, like the amount of like skill that's required in this game to be able to excel like towards the top is it takes a lot. It does take a lot. I'm you know I will admit I'm not that good at the game. I'm just not. I'm good with a few characters like May and Mercy, and sometimes Doomfist and um, maybe Diva, but really I don't have good like variability on characters. I mean Bastion's also pretty good and Symmetra. Other than that, not really too good with a lot of characters. But like my friends are like really good with a lot of characters, which is like oh I wish I was that good. But like it's one of those things. Like the more I think about it, it's like I keep thinking about the fact that I don't own the game right now, and I'm just like well I mean I do miss those fun moments, but I find it really hard to get past all those times of frustration, salt, and hatred, and just so many negative emotions that game got out of me. It just makes me be like I'm so like on the fence about it. Like I don't know, like like I was saying earlier, I conjured up a love with the game with like some of the characters that I really grew attached to, and like some of the game modes that like I would grind on alone that I enjoyed. That part of it I enjoyed, and like some of the time I spent with my friends, depending on what it was, I also enjoyed that. Some of the time I did spend with my friends, I may have not enjoyed at all or only a little bit. So like there's also that to consider. But just like I don't know. I'm at a very hard crossroads. I mean, at the end of the day, this is my decision as to whether or not I want to buy this game back, and that's just a decision I have to make for myself. Ultimately, I can't let peer pressure get to me in deciding that. But ultimately, like, I might still want to get this game back. I don't know. It's really hard to say, but it's had a very both negative and positive history with me overall. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Overwatch as of currently. It may be 3 years old, but it is still alive and well. So if I was to get it back, I'm sure there would still be some fun to be had, somewhat. You know, along with those potentially not so good moments. But I guess every game can have not so good moments, but this game's not so good moments were just really stuck out to me, I guess. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Overwatch. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like, and I'll see you guys on the next one.